How can the world accept this silence? How can a government and an army that brutalize civilians, starving children, bombing families, flattening neighborhoods, and burying entire generations, dare to lecture others about justice or morality? Palestinian children cry from hunger. Mothers mourn sons and daughters killed in airstrikes. The elderly die without medicine, shelter, or dignity. Homes, hospitals, mosques, churches, and schools have been reduced to dust. This is not collateral damage. This is not abstract politics. This is the deliberate destruction of a people, carried out openly before the world. I express my deepest pain, anger, and absolute condemnation of the Israeli government and its military for their actions against the Palestinian people. The mass killing of civilians, the use of starvation as a weapon, collective punishment, and the deliberate erasure of life are not acts of defense. They are acts of extreme brutality. They are grave violations of international law and crimes against humanity. Israel has occupied the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and the Gaza Strip since 1967, killing civilians and abandoning basic human rights. This ongoing oppression led to the 7 October attack, a legitimate act of self-defense by the Palestinian people. Yet this same government lectures the world about morality and humanity. How can morality be preached by those who oversee day after day the killing and starvation of children? There are those who do not grieve for Palestinian deaths, not because the suffering is unclear, but because the victims are Muslim. Hatred toward Islam, reinforced by years of selective media narratives, has conditioned many to look away. Muslim lives are treated as less human, less worthy of outrage, less deserving of justice. Anyone who resists occupation and defends their land is quickly labeled a terrorist. Yet, when a powerful army kills tens of thousands of civilians, mostly women and children, it is described as self-defense. This double standard exposes a deep moral failure. History forces us to ask an uncomfortable question. When Nazi Germany murdered more than 6 million Jews during the Holocaust, the world eventually recognized the crime for what it was. Humanity said, "Never again." Humanity vowed that mass killing, collective punishment, and the dehumanization of a people would never be tolerated again, no matter who the victims were. The Holocaust had many causes, but its direct cause was clear. The Nazis wanted to exterminate the Jews, and they had the power and ability to carry out that extermination. Ideology, propaganda, state machinery, war conditions, and bureaucracy all enabled this atrocity. Yet the core reason was deliberate intent and the means to execute it. So why is that principle abandoned today? Why does the suffering of Palestinians not trigger the same moral alarm? Why are civilian deaths explained away, minimized, or justified? Why are entire populations punished while the world remains silent? Remembering the Holocaust should mean opposing all forms of mass killing, all forms of collective punishment, and all attempts to erase a people. Never again must mean never again for anyone, without exception, without hierarchy, without selective morality. If killing civilians defines terrorism, then we must ask honestly, who is the terrorist? Those resisting occupation or those wiping out entire neighborhoods? Many look away because the victims are Muslim. Islam has been deliberately misrepresented to justify indifference. But Islam teaches mercy, dignity, and the sanctity of life. Christianity teaches love. Judaism teaches justice. No true faith teaches the slaughter of children or the starvation of civilians. These are political crimes, not religious values. Hatred blinds people. Propaganda numbs consciences. History shows where this silence leads, to mass graves, to regret spoken too late. How can Somalia be lectured on governance while Palestinian families are being erased from existence? Somalia understands this truth. Somalia has been invaded before by regional forces and global powers. Mogadishu was defended with blood and sacrifice. Somalis may differ among themselves, but when foreign invasion comes, Somalia stands as one. We will protect our land, our sovereignty, and our people, no matter the cost. Those who attempt to invade will pay a heavy price. History has shown this. Israel's interference in Somali affairs brings Somalia no benefit, only division, militarization, and geopolitical tension. Somalia does not need to become another battlefield for foreign powers pursuing their agendas. The Somali people do not consent to foreign interference disguised as diplomacy. The suffering of Palestinian civilians is real. It is visible. It is undeniable. Silence in the face of such brutality is a moral failure. Accountability is not optional. It is a moral duty. For those blinded by hatred or propaganda, remember, media narratives have long misrepresented Islam. Those defending their land are called terrorists, while civilian killers are justified. More than 70,000 Palestinians were killed in 2 years. Compare that to the few thousand casualties attributed to Palestinian resistance. Who are the real terrorists? Who is committing the true injustice? Palestinians deserve life, freedom, and dignity.